This is the most famous shark in the world. You may know him as Bruce from the movie Finding Nemo, but what does he really look like? And how fast can he swim? It's time to find out the truth about the shark. Great whites live in oceans across the world, but they prefer cooler water, so you won't find them in the tropics. When scuba diving with great white sharks, I noticed something amazing. They are actually graceful, elegant, and beautiful. But there's nothing great about a great white except its size. A friend and I used to count the number of tiger sharks, hammerheads, and Galapagos sharks when diving. Then I would estimate the value of those animals in the local economy. It came out to around $1.8 million per shark. Now, no one knows exactly how many tiger sharks, hammerheads, or Galapagos sharks are out there. But people do know how many great whites there are because they're all named. That's because great whites got famous before they became endangered. In fact, the first great white to get famous was a female named Guinness. People captured her in 1964 off the coast of South Africa and later moved her to a zoo where she lived until 1972. But there were already plenty of rumors about Guinness before she died. People claimed she had escaped aquariums and attacked people, but she didn't. She was probably trying to find mates, but the males at zoos just weren't interested in her. Speaking of mates, great whites are sexually mature between 15 and 20 years old and usually breed every 2 to 3 years. Mates usually travel hundreds of kilometers to find each other. And females produce pups once every 2 to 3 years. Usually, there are 4 to 6 pups in each litter, though sometimes there can be 10 or more. Newborn sharks are completely independent and need to catch their own prey immediately. Great whites are apex predators, but that means they have no natural enemies, not that people. Not only did we start naming them before they went extinct, but we also started hunting them. The last official great white hunt was in 1987, but people still catch them accidentally and kill them today. If we keep things up, the big white shark could end up like the dinosaurs. That's why scientists think we should put more energy into protecting great whites instead of killing them. Okay, now let's move on to an even smaller shark, the pygmy shark. Pygmy sharks live in the Pacific Ocean from Japan to Australia and are only found at depths of 200 to 800 meters. No one knew much about the pygmy shark until 2009, when scientists finally managed to film one. Turns out these sharks are adorable. They're pink and look like little cartoon characters. They're the same size as goldfish. Pygmy sharks hang out near the seabed and eat small crustaceans. However, they're not good hunters because they're too cute. Instead, they grab whatever food floats nearby, like dead fish. That's why pygmy sharks are considered scavengers, not predators. Well, not all of them. For example, the lantern shark lives at depths of 700 to 2,000 meters, where there's barely any light. To compensate, it developed enormous eyes to spot tasty morsels drifting past. Sometimes they come across yummy, shiny things, like the lure of a deep-sea fishing boat. So don't be surprised if you see a bunch of lantern sharks biting at your lure. They're just curious. Plus, they love shiny objects. But there are even weirder sharks in the ocean, like the frilled shark. This shark looks like it has a neck, but it doesn't. It just has gills hidden under its skin. Frilled sharks don't bother chasing prey. Instead, they wait for their food to touch their highly sensitive ampulla of Lorenzini. That's how they sense the presence of other creatures. Once the frilly shark gets close enough, it uses suction to suck up its prey. Scientists don't know much about these sharks, but that's not surprising. After all, they live in the dark depths of the ocean. They used to be thought extinct, but in 1982, they were spotted on camera. And in 2013, someone pulled a frilly shark out of the sea who would have thought they existed, right? But there are even stranger sharks in the ocean, like the goblin shark. As soon as this shark spots prey, it shoots out its long nose like a spring-loaded trap. Its jaws can extend to 0.5 times their original size to engulf unsuspecting victims. Despite being considered a living fossil, the goblin shark continues to amaze scientists. There's so much more to discover about this unique creature. By studying it, we gain insight into the evolution of sharks and the adaptability of life on Earth. In addition to their unique hunting techniques, sharks play a critical role in maintaining the health of our oceans. They're at the top of the food chain and control populations of other marine species. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years, longer than dinosaurs. They have adapted to changes in the environment over time, such as variations in temperature, salinity, and oxygen levels. They've also developed different feeding strategies to exploit various food sources. Some sharks are filter feeders, consuming plankton and small fish, while others are apex predators hunting larger prey. Studying sharks helps us understand how they adapt to environmental changes and what factors contribute to their success over millions of years. Sharks also have several unique characteristics that make them well suited for life in the ocean. For example, sharks have streamlined bodies that allow them to swim efficiently through the water. They also have specialized senses that help them locate prey and avoid predators. One of the most remarkable adaptations of sharks is their ability to regulate their buoyancy, which allows them to conserve energy and maintain their position in the water column. Sharks have special organs called rectal glands that secrete excess salt from their bodies. This allows them to survive in salty environments and migrate long distances. Understanding how sharks regulate their buoyancy can help scientists develop new technologies for underwater exploration and navigation. In addition to their physical adaptations, sharks have complex behaviors that help them survive in the ocean. They exhibit a wide range of social behaviors, including courtship displays, mating rituals, and parental care. Some sharks are solitary, while others live in groups. Studying shark behavior can provide insights into the evolution of social behavior in animals and the factors that influence group living. Sharks also play an important role in the ocean ecosystem, and their removal can have cascading effects on other species. They help control populations of other marine species, and their presence can affect the abundance and distribution of prey animals. Understanding the role of sharks in the ecosystem can help scientists predict how changes in shark populations might impact the rest of the ecosystem. However, despite the importance of sharks, they face numerous threats, including overfishing, habitat loss, and climate change. Overfishing has led to the decline of many shark populations, and habitat loss due to coastal development and pollution has reduced the amount of suitable habitat available to sharks. Climate change is also affecting the distribution and abundance of prey species, which can impact the availability of food for sharks. Studying the threats facing sharks can help scientists develop effective conservation strategies to protect them. These include establishing protected areas, regulating fishing practices, and reducing pollution. Protecting sharks is essential not only for the health of the ocean ecosystem, but also for the well-being of humans. Sharks provide a valuable source of protein for millions of people around the world, and they also contribute to the economy through tourism and fishing industries. Moreover, sharks are a key indicator of the health of the ocean ecosystem, and their presence indicates a healthy and balanced ecosystem. When shark populations decline, it can be a sign of ecosystem imbalance and degradation. Therefore, understanding the biology, ecology, and conservation of sharks is crucial for the sustainable management of our oceans and the protection of their biodiversity. So remember to support organizations that are working to protect sharks and their habitat. Educate yourself and others about the importance of sharks and make sustainable seafood choices when you dine out. Together, we can make a difference in protecting these magnificent creatures for future generations to enjoy. Well, guys, that's about it for today's episode. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and stay tuned for more exciting animal adventures. Also, let us know in the comments what you think of this shark documentary. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.